Hey everyone, it's Judi here, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. And Eunice was just standing in the pretty part of her yard, and then, oh, she's going back. Okay, there we go. Anyways, as I was saying, welcome back to another episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Today, I want to try doing a lot more construction, I think. There have been rumors of a new Animal Crossing game coming out next year, which is absolutely crazy to think about. I guess New Horizons is 4 years old, but I'm used to the wait we had. Between New Leaf and New Horizons, there was a 7-year gap. And honestly, I'm so behind on my island that I'm actually okay with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to finish decorating Sayshell by next year, but we're gonna give it a good go. The thing is, I'm not even sure which areas I want to fix. Off camera, I did a lot more flattening, so I have the museum. I like the museum. Obviously it's not supposed to look like this. I like the idea of having botanical gardens around the museum and making the inside extend outwards. I like that you walk from the museum to this outlook over Niagara Falls, which is half destroyed now. But I really like the thought process I had as I was initially designing my island. And now I feel like there's so many new things that I want to do, so I cleared out a lot of my island to make room for my new ideas. But I kind of miss my old island, and I think I might rebuild parts of it just in different areas. Oh, and I just realized today's Saturday, so KK is here. Now, he's not going to be performing until 6 p.m., but Dom is all ready to go. Look at him enjoying the music. You can't beat a cold protein shake after a hard workout. I live for that first sip. You know what? That is so valid. I'm not going to lie, I don't do a lot of hard workouts myself, but my job is fairly physical, and I always eat ice cream after work, which is not really a protein shake, but it's cold, and I can get behind that first bite. It makes all the difference. And it looks like we do have a notification here, so let's see what's new. Oh my goodness, we have a lot. On April 3rd, it's gonna be Eunice's birthday. Oh, that's so exciting. We'll definitely have to celebrate that. I think the most important thing I should work on next is moving the Able sisters and completing our main street up here. It's just such a big project. Let's see what Nook is selling first. I don't want to face my problems. What do we have today? We have a little TV, a gas pump. Honestly, nothing too exciting. Are those sandwiches with tea? That looks delicious. That looks like afternoon tea, little sandwiches. I'll take that. That looks amazing. You know what? Using the energy I get from this little tea plate, I will go and face my problems. I know I want to make a spot outside of the Able sisters where Mabel and especially Sable could go outside while they work on sewing and putting their garments together. So I definitely want to include a loom in this build, which I think I was carrying it for a really long time, but I might have put it down. Yeah, I put it down. At this point, I'm just grabbing any item that I think could be useful. These sewing boxes could be super cute to include, and also the little sewing project set. Actually, you know what? If I do put the Able sisters here, I need to have the lake done first, so I know how much distance there needs to be between the stores for me to have a good enough lake view. And that is a huge project. So I think I want to focus on something a little bit smaller. Sometimes when I get totally overwhelmed with New Horizons, I just pick something smaller to tackle first. I'm thinking if I have the lake directly behind Nook's Cranny, you're not going to be able to see it because the store is just going to be blocking it. But even if I build out the cliff a little bit and you're able to walk here, the view is also very much so obstructed by the cliff. But if I build a cliff above Nook's Cranny, then you'll be able to see the lake very well from up here. I want to use as much space on the island as possible without wasting any space. And one idea I've had is creating a attic above Nook's Cranny. Not like that. So putting a couple of walls up so that it looks like you're actually looking into an interior space. I could put a carpet pattern or a wood pattern on the ground, and I could put some furniture up here so it looks like this is actually where the Nooklings live. And I think that that would be a really cute idea, but it blocks the view of the lake. So what I'm gonna do for now is turn this into just a filler area. So I guess we'll plant some flowers here, just fill in the cliffside a little bit. Do I have a wheat field on me? Oh, I do. Perfect. Rather than using a ramp, because this is such a small area, I could use a ladder. I want the ladder to connect directly to the dirt below it. So it's like the path just goes up one level there. And then I can have the path twist a little bit, twist and turn, make it a bit interesting. Maybe have it go 1 block at the top and 2 blocks at the bottom. Like that's kind of an interesting little shape. I feel like the dirt is so fun to play with. Then I can put some little log stakes here, as if they're there to prevent you from falling off the cliff. Or I guess not that, that's a bit extreme. But it prevents you from going on the roof of Nook's Cranny. I'd assume that's something the Nooklings don't want to be held liable for. Then I guess over here I can put one more little dirt patch. I am going to make this one wider, so it'll be a 2x2. Just to mix things up, you know, keep things nice and spicy with the dirt. Then I'm just gonna throw down a tent, just like that. And I don't have the normal campfire item, but I do have the leaf campfire, so that kind of gives it a cozy feel, I think. It would keep you warm while you're in the tent. Then to bring in the trees a bit, I'm just gonna plant a bush right over there. You know what? I'm gonna move this. Instead of putting my dirt squiggle over there, I'm gonna move it just a little bit closer. Oop, I did not mean to put that there. I really like making separate dirt paths and having them like technically connect but not connect, because I feel like it looks natural, like the grass grew back a bit there, but then it went back into the pathway. Then what I want to do is put a telescope right here so that you're able to stargaze, because we are so high up, the sky looks absolutely beautiful from here. Well, besides the Nook's Cranny logo, but just like past that. I feel like it's almost like you're away from civilization and light pollution and you have this beautiful view of the stars, but then there's a store right in front. But honestly, if you stand right here, you really can't see the store at all and you are left with just this beautiful view. So next thing I'm going to do is place a stool and a lantern down, just in case you need a little bit more light at nighttime to see where you're going. And I'm going to move the log stakes so that they are not centered. And then to mark where the ladder is, I'm gonna put some little logs, just like that. So yeah, this is a fine filler area, but I am still intrigued by the idea of making something here that could be part of Nook's Cranny. So if there's any activities you think Timmy and Tommy would be doing outside, or if you have any ideas for how we could extend the store up to this level without obstructing the view down below, please let me know. Sometimes I feel like I have an idea like at the tip of my tongue, but I just don't know how. I don't know. My dreams are bigger than my means. I guess the last detail we need for this though would be a ladder. And I've never actually created a ladder. I know that they exist. I know that they're in the game. I don't think I can just place this, right? No. There's definitely some sort of a ladder that you craft. I'm not sure if the recipe is something that we automatically unlocked when ladders got added to the game. This is the weird part of me taking a gap from the game for so long. There are things that exist that I have never seen. I don't think I have the recipe for it. Is it a tool? Like what is a ladder? Is it a seasonal? No, it's probably not craftable. Is it other? Like a fence, or I don't know how to make a ladder. Ladders exist. I know they exist. I'm so sure they exist. Alright, so let's go craft this. I'm not sure if there's different types of ladders or if it's just one color. Literally all I know about this topic is that it exists. Because I remember it was quite an exciting thing because now you can use ladders instead of ramps. Oh, I didn't learn the recipe yet. Hold on. Let's take a look here. So this is a wooden ladder setup kit and it is labeled. So maybe that means that there's different types? Like an iron ladder or something? So we're gonna need a ladder and 5 pieces of wood. Let me grab some wood really quick. So I'm gonna make a normal ladder And then I'm basically just gonna upgrade it by sticking some planks to it. Wooden ladder, look at that. There we go. Oh, it comes in a little box, look at that. So now I think I can place it on my path right here. Oh, I guess I have to be like up against the cliff. Set next to cliff. Look at that! We have a ladder! I was kind of hoping that it would lean out a little bit more. It's very hidden. I wanted it to be a decoration. It doesn't need to be a secret. It's okay. You are beautiful. You don't need to hide. But yeah, I guess now we have this cute little outlook area. It is growing on me. I will say it is growing on me. Do I have any flowers to put here? I kind of want fluffier flowers, but those will do for now. You know what? What if I move the flowers and the bush, if they swap positions? Because then you can see the ladder a bit better. And it creates fencing because I like to cover the edges of my cliffs. I don't want you to ever feel stressed out or in danger at Sayshell. And I really love cliff ledges, but I like securing them, you know? No, I think I'm better off just putting a fence there, to be honest. And I actually quite like the bush in front of the ladder, so it's peeking out. I'll just do that. There we go. All secure, all safe. I think something I'm emphasizing a lot lately is the flow of my island, so I want the river to be continuous. That is a goal I have. So this is the most natural looking river I could come up with that still allows fish to spawn in, so it is functional. So I want the river to go up over the cliff there and then around and into the lake. And I also want this dirt path to flow freely, and so that you have free movement throughout the island. I guess I could make like a secret path so you can walk through here and then create a picnic area or something up here. But I think we'll get more into that in the next episode. Before we end things off, I was gonna say I want to check in with some of my villagers, and Flurry was sitting right— oh, she's thinking. What are you thinking about? I heard that everyone on the island calls you Kanape. That's such a perfect nickname. I'd like to use it too. Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm so glad I got the courage to ask. Yeah, no worries. How are you doing, by the way? Ever since we met, I felt like I knew your face from somewhere. I remember now. You were on the cover of Hobby Life once. I don't know if I've— can we pretend I never asked? No worries. I mean, it would be really cool if I did make it on the cover, but unfortunately, I don't think that's happened quite yet. Oh, and Olive is new to town? You're Judi, right? Great to meet you. I'm Olive, formerly of Kittycore. Oh, she moved here from another town. I'm trying to get to know the community better. That's why I've been going around asking everyone questions lately. I've read that the right questions can reveal someone's personality. With that in mind— oh, are we gonna get a question as well? How about movies? What kind do you like? Usually when I watch movies, it's with my friends and it's literally just whatever they're watching. There's very few things in the world that I don't like. So even if it's an objectively terrible movie, I like how terrible it is. I do watch a lot of romance dramas though, so I guess I'll go with that. And just expose myself. Don't you love a good rom-com? My favorite part is when the future couple meets cute. Oh my gosh, yes! Like they're playing fetch with the dog.
And the ball rolls up to his feet, and they look up and they realize they both have—
my heart is too sappy for my own good, honestly. I don't really like watching stuff that's like very sad or very realistic because the world is you know, the world. So usually if I choose to watch a movie on my own, I like to choose something that is upbeat, you know? And not Grave of the Fireflies. So back in 2020, everyone started asking me, have you seen Studio Ghibli before? Have you seen this before? And I had seen Totoro. Totoro is, to this day, my favorite movie. But I hadn't seen any other Studio Ghibli movies at the time. So I started watching them. And I watched Spirited Away, and I loved it. I watched Howl's Moving Castle, and I loved it. And then I decided I'm gonna watch Grave of the Fireflies. I didn't look at the cover of it, nor the description of it. So I went straight into it thinking it was going to be like this lighthearted, beautiful— no, it was so sad. I was sobbing the entire time. I was very unprepared. The same thing is true for like A Dog's Purpose, A Dog's Journey, Marley and Me. For some reason, I watched all of those. I don't try to put myself in situations where I end up profusely sobbing in public. Sometimes it just happens. But yeah, rom-coms tend to be lighthearted, so that's usually a safe bet for me. But I'm curious actually what your favorite movies are as well. Let me know if you have any like movie recommendations or movies you like, because I really do need to expand my range of movies I've seen. Look, everyone is just running around the plaza now. Let's see what Apple is up to. What's the latest? I'm just walking around the island, you know? Getting my face out there, building my brand, being famous. Good for you, Apple. And Judi? The island breeze is quite lovely today. It feels as if it might carry my cares away with it. That is the best type of weather you can ask for. Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end things off for today because I do have a trip tomorrow and I haven't packed yet and I need to get my act together. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you all very, very soon and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye, everybody!